I get the cheat code, I'm a beast. They said they'll never let me out of lease. Stop out the cap, I'm just trying to see. You really back what you talk on the beat. They put me in, I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it make me obese. I been pushing lyrics like a kingpin. And when today we got no
What's up, guys?
Hello, baby.
I want to make an announcement. I am 53 days clean. I do not drink or smoke anything. I don't
53
drink
days
alcohol,
sober.
don't smoke.
Congratulations. It's a milestone.
Haven't smoked weed,
That's big.
tobacco, nothing.
That's big. I'm
Should
proud of
Can
you.
I say that?
How do you
that's
feel?
cool. I feel cool.
Okay.
I get the little itch sometime though,
I mean,
Scratch it.
especially for the Mary Jane.
right? Understandable, especially with
At
the knee
least twice
pain
a
and some
month.
of the other stuff.
There goes
Yeah.
our weed endorsement.
Damn.
Ryan never smoked weed publicly anyways.
True.
Facts.
Never.
True.
Never
Facts.
smoked weed publicly. And it would be a damage to the brand. I would hope he would never do it. At this point, come too far not to have smoked weed on camera to do it now.
Facts.
Yeah, that's true.
This is true.
You didn't
This
do
is-
no, you haven't done
I don't
when you were
smoke weed,
in
but I have a strain coming. Is that weird?
no at all.
No.
Okay, good.
It's a business.
Yeah.
You know, marijuana is a
It's
business.
super high end.
And we talked about it. Like you have
You
your
smoked it, didn't you?
crowd.
Oh, no,
Yes,
you
I
didn't
smoked.
smoke.
I
Did you
ate the
smoke
gummies
it?
that did all of that.
Yeah.
Your
I would like to
like
smell
the
it
pen.
though. I can still
The
do
injection
smell.
pen is the funk. That's what you guys are getting with your pen. Because listen, man, professionals are on the go. Elon Musk just got on Twitter last night and said, "High confession. I let the Doge out."
Wait a minute.
And this is
Wait
the
a
guy who
minute.
bought a $44 billion company, who bought the biggest news company in the world.
Wait. Did you guys see that Instagram is going to be charging $11.99?
99
That's right.
a month.
And Twitter already charges it. Elon set
Yes.
the precedent. You want that blue check? No problem. $8.
It's not just Instagram, it's Facebook too. It's Meta.
Meta. Oh, but did you hear that?
So really, that's
Tell me,
$11.99.
tell me you know about
$11.99.
Catch-22 because let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Because Kingpin knows about it. What is it?
No.
As soon as they
Please.
found out,
The
as soon
floor
as
is
I get
yours.
goosebumps.
The
As soon
floor
as
is
Logan
yours,
said,
sir.
"Come on, I got what I said. I want to sign up. Where do
Let's
I
do it.
pay?"
Let's
But
do
you
it.
know, in order to get your account verified, the name on your Facebook is going to have to match the name on your ID.
Okay.
Okay. So, Lil Ricky spelled with the number 1 and a 3. It's not on your identification. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, you got to be over 18. So all that going in there and putting real ass weird dates and that's out the window now. Now you're going to have, so if you have your business Facebook set up, you're going to slide it to me? Come on, slide it in here. Product placement. Hi, thank you for tuning into the cheat code. If you guys are late starters, please make sure you grab a mug. For those of you guys that are been here from the beginning and we're on time, back to what we're talking about.
Get him up.
Sit it right there. So listen, you got to be over 18. No businesses. So all that paying for your business to get verified, to get, impersonator support and all that's out the window. So all them different pages you created where you didn't know if you were a business, a creator, an entrepreneur, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, all of that's going to come back to bite you in the ass. But here's where it gets fun and interesting because these are our people that love us and they love to watch us and they want to do all this stuff. You're going to have to provide business information, which means you're going to have to link a bank account to it, which means that you're going to have to ultimately get an EIN, which means that all them days of freeload and hanging out and all these days of people just running ads up on you and taking all your money and all those days are done for. It's Dunsky. All of these companies understand what you want. The man himself said, the most DMs I get is people wanting verification. Imagine how thirsty people are that they go on the president of Instagram's page every day and ask him under his pictures, how do I get verified? So much so that they said, cool.
Wow. You want
You
to be
wanna play?
verified?
$12 a
We
month.
got it for you.
$12 a month.
But now what happens when you got warrants?
Yo.
Huh.
Y'all laughing. You got to give somebody a photo identification with your address, and then you have to put in billing information for a credit card, which they're going to charge you $11.99 a month for.
Let me do some calculations. Go ahead. Keep talking.
So what happens when that information comes for sale? Because your information is for sale.
times
Meta
4.
shares your information. Every company does it. You
12 cents
allow them
less.
to do that when you sign up. It's in the user permissions. You haven't read that. You didn't read because that would.
You just
You ever
signed
want
up.
to keep a secret? You put it in a book. You didn't bother to read. And permission, accept. So guess what? It's going to come at a cost. That blue check mark is going to come at a cost that a lot of street cats aren't going to be willing to do. A lot of people that the wokeisms, a lot of them aren't going to be able to do. If you have nothing to hide, then there's nothing for you to be scared about. If you don't have your business together, then let this be the number one indicator to stop everything and get your business together now. Because guess what? You can't even run ads on Facebook as if you can't even connect your Shopify to Facebook no more blindly unless you verify your business, which means EIN, articles of incorporation, phone number, bank statement with EIN number and phone number on there.
Yep.
You have to provide all of this information in order for you to be able to be listed as a legitimate business. Then we could talk about getting reels, monetizing your channel and putting your merch on your website. All that other stuff, we tried it. And everybody who came in here and got it for free, they tested it all. Now you want to do it, you got to do it the right way. To get in there and do it the wrong way, you had to get in from the beginning and play around with it. Now, you got to be focused, bro. That verification shit is going to come at a cost. Guess what? Twitter Blue, if you have a Twitter and you want to set up 2-factor authentication, which you have to
You have to pay per month.
Hey, baby, you want to use Twitter? $8. It's the #1 news platform in the world. Don't take my word for it. Go to your app store right now.
So that's $96 a year. So between the two of them, that's a little over $200.
It's the cost of doing business.
Mm-hmm.
Your website costs you $12 a year. Your business website is going to run you about $140 a month. Mm. Your link tree should run you, I don't know, I think it's $24 when you add the bells and whistles into it. If you want to upgrade your song whip link, that's going to run you $10 a month. Your SoundCloud is $24.99 and then $14.99 for the Pro.
And then you need Dropbox to save it.
You need Dropbox. That's $11.99 a month. I personally prefer to use Google.
Yeah,
If you're releasing music, you might want to have everybody. You know what the most baffling thing in the world to me is? I've seen everybody go to AI and ask it to create a picture of them as an astronaut, but not one of you geniuses have gone to ChatGPT and say, hey, can you make a description for my funky ass song so I could post it on my YouTube video so my SEO score will be through the roof?
And by the way, ChatGPT is really, really, really good at that. Really good at that.
And it's also really good
at
providing the information, because OpenAI, who is the company that owns ChatGPT, tells you to be mindful of the information that you put in.
You got to ask the right question. Yes.
All of the information that you put, you're teaching it.
Yes.
Everybody is in arms about AI. What does artificial mean?
Fake.
So artificial intelligence says that it is, say it with me,
fake intelligence.
Okay. It cannot think, it can calculate.
Yes.
There is a difference between
trash in,
thinking
trash out.
and calculation. You can only calculate after you have been provided all of the information.
Correct.
So be mindful. That's why they want you to go on there and tinker with it, because 8 million people can help it come up with solutions faster than 4 people in a laboratory somewhere.
Yes. I use more than Google now. In fact, this morning I was going through some personal aggravation, and I asked it, what are the stages of grief? And it told me like what the stages of grief are. Like dead on.
Down for you.
Yeah. I use that more than I use Google.
We've been using, AI for the beginning. You ever play Grand Theft Auto? Mm-hmm. You ever driven in the car somewhere and the cops are tired of chasing you, so they start pulling up in front of you to block the road?
Yep.
How do you think that happens? It learns. It learns from you using it. It knows that you're going to keep going left, so it's going to put a cop car in front of you to make you go right, and then the helicopter is going to be there to make you lose your turn and start over again, because the computer is smarter than you. You have to out-trick it. You have to outmaneuver it. You have to learn the nuances and the tricks to it. It's anything in life, man. AI is no different. AI is going to be a help to a lot of people if they learn how to use it.
All right. Dear Cheat Code, I'm a DJ and I've been breaking records in my city for about 5 years.
Woo!
Kingpin, Ferrari, and Wendy. Can you break records just online now? Because I'm starting to see that online promo is being used more than DJs. What do y'all think?
We start everything online.
Define breaking a record.
Building a fan base. Let's define it as
nothing with a record
fan base
can be done strictly online. No. Nothing,
Agreed.
no product, no.
Agreed.
Not McDonald's, not Burger King, not Starbucks, not music, not videos, not video games, not clothes.
So nothing in the real world.
Nothing.
Oh, you're saying not even video games. So
not even in the meta
nothing
world.
in the meta world. Okay.
Nothing can, no. Impossible. There's no way to, first of all, define breaking a record. If you've been breaking a record for 5 years in your city, that means you're the go-to man. So you're asking for who? Not for you, because you have the recipe. You're asking for the other DJs, or you're asking for clients? Because it sounds to me like you're trying to prove a point. You're asking this question to prove a point. Or is the DJ still alive? Absolutely. Is the blogger still alive? Flourishing, actually.
So we break records, as you know. We break records digitally first. We break records online. We make sure that there's a foundation of music in the marketplace so that when someone discovers an artist, they can go in and hear the different music and discover them. And then once they already have that foundation, and once there's a little bit of a groundswell digitally, then we call you and say, hey, we want to bring this artist out on the road regionally and blow them up in real life. But I want to make sure that enough people know them online first so that when they're out there in the real world, people aren't looking at them like, who the hell is this? Like,
I think introducing
that's
an
almost
artist,
magic, like finding that perfect formula.
Yes. I think introducing an artist and breaking a record are often seen as the same thing, and they're not. I think you could introduce an artist and a record But if you don't have all the intangibles in place to consistently put that same effort, then the record will not become quote unquote breakable.
You don't think you can break a record on TikTok? Because women are players too.
I was gonna say
that was broken on TikTok.
I was gonna say I think because the question he says,
girls are players
can you
too.
break records just online now? The question the answer to that question
just online. No,
he said just online. I was gonna say no.
You know, and again, but to answer your question with
online
the girls are players
though.
too. Is it the record because she's had other records out, or is it the repurposing of the beat? Is it the moment? Is it again? That's not breaking a record. That's using the platform for what it's for. Breaking a record is locking yourself in a radio station and playing that bitch 20 times to make sure that everybody who listens to your radio station listens to the song. Fired. Getting a record and having a viral moment. And again, I applaud the effort because this time around with this record, they gave it the attention and the nourishment that it needed for any of the other records that were as good on her main album, her initial offering.
Right.
Records with Nicki. She had records with every established, and they were good records.
Right.
But those records didn't react. This record reacted.
That's what it is. This record reacted.
Because she had a record that reacted and was already introduced into the marketplace. Did the record break? I don't know, bro. I don't.
See, to me, a reaction is breaking a record. When a record reacts, it's breaking.
Okay.
That's my definition.
I get it.
I was going to say.
I respect it too.
I think online is now necessary. It needs to be added to the equation.
What does that mean? Can we talk about that? What does online mean?
Social media.
Yeah, social media.
YouTube.
Anything web-based.
Web-based.
Influencer marketing would be online.
TV.
Okay.
Like when I'm watching First Take on ESPN, I hear Lotto's song in the instrumental in the background.
The cultural influence, right?
The cultural influence of a song, it's everywhere. I think when you actually break something, it's everywhere. No matter what, you turn it on, you turn on the radio, you turn on satellite radio, you hear the song. You get on your social media page, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, you see people talking about it, you see the song in the background, you see the dance just going crazy. Like the Soulja
Can
Boy,
you be an established artist with hit records
Superman
and still break a record?
You said what?
Can you be an established artist that has already hit records? Do you need to be broken? Because I would think breaking an artist or breaking a record means introducing it and then voila, it's mainstream from there, right?
Okay.
That's why let's determine what breaking an artist is before we can answer that question.
I want to answer your question specifically. Say it again.
Which one of it?
The whole thing.
breaking an artist, or breaking a song is an established artist.
Let's use
break
Drake
another
as
record?
an example.
Does Drake need any records
Drake
broken?
Drake is a cheat code. He doesn't count.
Does Drake need any records broken?
No, he does not.
Okay.
He could drop anything.
And it'll go because he's got a fan base. Does Bad Bunny need record broken?
Not in my
Ed
opinion.
Sheeran?
Either. No.
Nicki Minaj. And the only reason I'm reeling off those names because I saw those names in the top 35 artists in the world on Spotify yesterday.
Nicki Minaj is a little challenging.
In the world, not on Spotify, but everywhere.
Nicki Minaj is a little challenging because
Super Freaky Girl got nominated for a category in one and not on the other.
But the song she dropped before that didn't react how it should have for her name.
And again, now when we look at then let's apply that same logic to Coi Leray since we used it as the barometer.
I don't
want
to compare that to her though.
Situation, not her to her.
Okay.
Situation.
I don't want to compare that.
A project. This is an established artist that didn't have any support and you feel the record didn't react. This was a new artist who had all of the support from the industry and the record didn't react. But now they've taken and made a meticulous approach, got a record, introduced it, worked their move from there, got it to whatever influencers they did and worked their angle with it. And now it's turning into ultimate success for her. She performed in the red boots at the NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
She's done all of these different things. And I'm so happy to see the switch that they made where they were at 5 months ago when we talked about her album release on this show to where they are now. It's amazing. It's refreshing to see the team finally got behind her and they started to put those things together. But understand and look at that transition of what had to transpire for that.
Effort.
Now let's come back to
and
it.
Time. 4 years.
An established artist.
Her manager D
does
said
Little Dirk need to have a record broken?
That's a good one.
Yes.
Good one
yes.
for who?
I would say yes.
Yes.
So mainstream success is breaking through. Until you're a mainstream artist, you're not broke through.
I think you even have to break mainstream artists because what happens when Drake puts out an album or Beyonce puts out an album that's more dance oriented, which isn't really their lane? I think when you're an
I think
established
she sells
artist,
$1,000 concert tickets, but that's okay.
right? I think when you're an established artist, you have to keep the fan base you have, but you still want new fans because you want to keep your pie growing, not shrinking, and you want to stay relevant.
And I want to say, I believe it's tiers. So we're saying like Rihanna, Drake, Nicki Minaj. That's like a high tier. Lil Wayne, Future.
Can you be a 2-year breakthrough artist? Can you win Breakthrough Artist of the Year this year and then come through next year and win Breakthrough Artist of the Year?
No.
So then you can't be broken twice.
Yeah, you already broke through. I see what you're saying.
Okay, so
I see what you're saying.
Okay,
The
I see
term
the
breaking
logic.
means I'm here, I've arrived.
Right.
Got it.
It's like you're
Okay.
first. I see what you're
So,
saying.
Again,
Okay.
So maybe
give me
the
breaking
language
a
has to
record.
be different than because when you're, it wouldn't be a breaking of, it would be a song that reacts correctly.
It'd be an introduction. Introducing an artist, can that be done online? Absolutely not. It needs to be done with the DJ. It needs to be done online. There needs to be cohesive efforts. There needs to be a game plan. Having a savvy teams mean that they know how to use geotagged marketing so that when they open Facebook in the club to post something, the advertisement pops up. They hear the song. When they land in Atlanta and they pop up, you're performing on Friday. So when they hit the Uber app, since they listen to you on Spotify, Uber says, hey, your favorite artist is performing at Legacy Lounge with DJ Calvin on Friday night. Do you want to book hotel rooms there? Here are the different rooms. All of that information, like I get goosebumps because it actually happens that way, bro. When you put all that information in there, at some point in time, you did all of that so that when you break through, you could reap the benefits of that word of mouth. I seen an interview with DJ Khaled where he called it word of the mouth. I didn't have Instagram. I had word of the mouth, and it was the truest thing anybody has ever said in a social media interview.
Yes.
Because no matter what, even within a social media age, word of mouth is what helps it travel.
It's the
If
value.
somebody likes it, they share it on social
share.
media. That's their word of mouth. Then
The
they're
share
going to the
matters more to
office
me
and
than
talking about it
anything.
in the water cooler or sharing it at school. The word of mouth is still the number one advertisement for any product or artist in the
Yes.
world.
But remember, Khaled really blew up on Snapchat. Remember, he was stuck in the middle of the ocean.
I had a resurgence.
Yes.
And that's when like he went viral. I remember the word viral becoming a moment because before that that wasn't a word that
But
people used.
why was him being trapped in the ocean a viral moment? Because it was DJ Khaled.
Facts.
Snapchat was a platform that was able to introduce him to the millennials. Why?
Correct.
Because 1 in 6 kids in the world
Has Snapchat.
have Snapchat. So it helped him. It helped that whole moment he was there when Diddy reaped great benefits from Twitter. Hell, most of the people I know got on Twitter to follow Diddy.
Twitter was
Diddy's
a
tweets
moment.
in the morning. It was
It's still a moment, but I remember
these companies,
the
these
surges
people
of it.
involved with them. That's one of those guys that did that. And now you look at some of the TikTok influencers, quote unquote influencers. I just seen one of them making a drink.
But this is the crazy thing. I've never seen a celebrity
What's it come to?
co-sign TikTok. I saw my kids on TikTok. I didn't listen to nobody in here or nobody I knew. I just knew Lil Rari just kept swiping up and doing these little dances. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Then all of a sudden, my 14-year-old is on it. Then all of a sudden, my 18-year-old is on it.
And then all of a sudden,
now
the United
my
States
5-year-old
government is trying
Now
to
you're
ban
on
it.
it.
And now I'm on it. I'm over here
And
like,
now it cannot be used on any government devices. Now they have had at least 8 government hearings
That's
about
crazy, right?
banning this this app
Yo,
and
what
the
are-
access that it has to your children.
what are
Because
people
guess
gonna
what?
do?
The children in China, when they swipe up, they don't get to see little dances. They see somebody making something.
Facts.
They see somebody studying or learning. They don't get to see little dances. They see educational
still
things.
there,
Guess
though.
what? They get 45 minutes of it a day.
Mm.
That's it. So when you give little Rari the phone 45 minutes later, it's gone. So, lo and behold, it took all of that to happen. It took a senator's kid to have a phone that was on that system there's no way that somebody would have looked at those terms and conditions and been okay with that. If you have not done it, I double dog dare you. I have a TikTok, I still actively do. But if you have not looked at the terms of service, I double dog, quadruple dare you to look at that information. It's the craziest thing in the world. TikTok in particular, because it's owned by the Communist Chinese Party. I'm not spreading propaganda, bro. This is a fact. This company is not owned by an American company. So haven't you ever noticed when you got a bootleg movie, where'd the bootleg movies come from? Russia. They were in Russian and they had the subtitles on the bottom. Why? Because it's 12 hours over there from now. So at midnight on Friday, when it comes out, it came out 12 hours already in Russia. That's how you were able to wake up in the morning and watch your bootleg movies because they don't respect American copyright laws. Shout out to 50 Cent for teaching me the value of a universal copyright. I did not know. That's why you never see no bootleg G-Unit clothing. First thing he did when he got his money, he went and got a universal copyright to make sure that you could not reproduce his product anywhere in the world. No Cambodia, no Vietnam, none of that. It's a $500,000 ticket for that. Makes you wonder why most companies don't have it. That's why they have all these bootleggers knocking them off all over the place. Crazy.
Cheat code.
Cheat code.